Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz. Sarah Millican. Listen to this title. An email from my school bully. What? Why is your school bully emailing you? I don't think I've ever been bullied in school. I used to get roasted because I used to be in roasting sessions. We always did that. We always kind of like roast each other. That was like, the rite of passage, especially it was fighting and roasting. All right. If you couldn't defend yourself in those two things, you were gonna become a victim. That's just a fact in American schools. And you gotta establish that you're not gonna be a victim early, kind of like prison. Look, I love Sarah's style. A lot of y'all said she was like very, very like crude and dark with her comedy, but she's not that. Well, not like her husband. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, I was here. That's love. I appreciate that. No more ghost watching, all right? Let's go ahead and watch.
A few years ago, a girl from school emailed me via my website, and I'd like to read that email to you now, if I may. So it starts, "Hi Sarah, before you think who the hell is this writing to me, I used to be Lynn Turner. Well, I suppose in a way I still am, but my name changed when I got married, not just my waistline. I just had to write and get in touch after hearing you on Radio 5 and then spotting you on ITV. You look great, you've hardly changed, how are you doing? I've just been looking at your website. It all looks amazing. I was watching the TV on Saturday night with my husband and 2 boys and you appeared. Thanks, Sarah. You've actually done my street cred the world of good. My boys, aged 11 and 10, are very impressed that Mum went to school with someone famous. We were talking about it all night. Do you ever get back home to South Shields? I hardly ever get back there. I moved down south when I was 21. I'd met my husband, a southerner, and we set up home in Romford. He travels with his job, so we've been lucky enough to live all over the world. We next moved to Denmark, where I gave birth to Giles, and then moved on to Rome, where I gave birth to Harvey. Family complete, we moved to the Middle East. We moved from there to Monaco.
Why is she saying all this?
We moved from there to Monaco, then The Hague, followed by a 3-year stint back up north in Jesmond, before eventually settling down in leafy Hampshire. We've lived here for 4 years now, so life is as settled as it gets. I decided I had to do something else with my life and went back to work last year as a teaching assistant. I'd really love it if you could find the time to write and get in touch, or if you're down this neck of the woods, it'd be great to see you again. Take care, Lynn.
That's a lot of information for someone you used to bully.
She was one of my bullies. She wasn't a punchy bully, she was a psychological bully. She used to try and fuck me up, I suppose. I remember one time she came up to me in the playground and she said to me, did you write into Just 17 this week? And I went, no. And she went, oh well, thought you had, and off she flounced. So on the lunch break, I went to the newsagent and I bought a copy of Just 17. Now, if you don't know what Just 17 is, it's a magazine that you read until you're 15. If you're still reading it at 17, something has gone horribly wrong. Because now you should be reading more magazine and learning about the positions of the fortnight. And just so you know, I've got a wheelbarrow now. Doesn't look anything like that. So I'm standing outside of the newsagent with a copy of Just 17. I flicked to the problem page, and on the perimeter of the problem page are all problems about sex. And I knew she wouldn't think that was me. But right dead centre, right in the middle, was a problem entitled, Am I a Boring Square? She made me buy my fucking insult. So I replied to her email.
What'd you say?
Now, you got to be careful with this. You got to be careful, because I might have misremembered things. I might have been overly sensitive at the time. But also, I didn't want to give her anything that she could fling back in my face and say, you're wrong. So this is all I sent, just the one line. Hello, Lynn. To be honest, I probably won't reply any more fully than this, as I don't remember you very favourably.
Ooh. That was classy. That was classy. That was a classy shot. That's like a sniper shot.
I think what I was hoping for at school was like an ugly duckling revelation moment. We all know the story of the ugly duckling, don't we, that becomes the beautiful swan. So it was never an ugly duckling, was it? It was always a perfectly lovely cygnet. Which is what the book should have been called. The perfectly lovely cygnet and his rubbish time with the shitty ducks. But people think the moral of that story is don't judge something because it might be wrong. I don't think that's the moral. I think the moral is don't be mean to anything because it might grow up to steal your chips and break your arm. But if not an ugly duckling moment, there may be a plain Jane Superbrain moment. Now, the only people who are going to get that reference are about my age and watch Neighbours growing up. If you don't know who Plain Jane Superbrain was, she's just a girl called Jane who wore glasses. And then one day, they took her glasses off her. They put her in a taffeta dress. And then everyone wanted to fuck her. Even Helen Daniels. That's not how glasses work, though, is it? It's not how glasses work. It's not, is it? You haven't all been looking at me tonight going, no, I really don't fancy her at all. Fucking hell I would, fucking hell I would. Not even a twinge, not even a twin. Fucking hell, I'd shove it in any hole she'd let us. That's not how glasses work.
Hello, I'm Sarah Millican, and thanks very much for watching my videos. I'm going on tour with a brand new show called Bobby.
Plain Jane did more than just take off her glasses. They did more than just take. But look, it's weird that somebody who used to bully you would hit you up and brag to her kids about knowing somebody famous. Like, what? You don't know nobody famous? I don't know you. I felt like she handled that like really well. Ignoring her would probably be the best, but that was dope. I don't remember you favorably. I bet she didn't go back and tell her kids that shit. That is embarrassing. But yeah, yo, Sarah is dope, man. Sarah's somebody I would chill with because it's this thing about these British comedians. They just like she just don't look like her comedy. I'm sorry, she don't look like her comedy. She looks like somebody's older auntie. You know what she looks like? She looks like she put pies outside of the window for it to cool off. That's what she looks like. And she's so adorable. Shout out to her. And her husband is hilarious too. So y'all let me know what's next from Sarah, and I got you. The more and more I listen to British comedians, they're kind of different from us, but like, it just lets me know that all around the world, people go through kind of like the same issues. We just interpret it different just because of our cultures, but it's the same shit. It's the same shit everywhere. I'm sure a lot of Americans could relate to this. It's just absurd. And the fact that the email went into details about her life, like I don't care. Get to the point. What's your point? You feel me? Anyways, if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know that you were here. And I will see y'all in the next one. And guess what? You better be there. Peace. And yo, I don't like bullies. That's another thing too. I fucking hate bullies.